Joining me now is Senator Rick Scott, Republican from the great state of Florida. Mr. Senator, taking over Greenland and the canal isn't a realistic proposal, is it? It's just a negotiating tactic, isn't it?
Well, it'd be pretty exciting. I mean, if you think about it, we've got a president now that's going to focus on our national security. And if you listen to what he's saying, I mean, it would be a great strategic asset Greenland would be for our defense. That's number one. And number two is the Panama Canal. If they're not treating us fairly, I mean, that's not fair. I mean, we built it, we paid for it. And so they need to treat us fairly. So I'm excited that he cares about American commerce. I'm excited he cares about national security.
But would you be okay with using the military?
I don't know what he means by that. Here's what I believe. It would be exciting if Greenland was part of the United States. That would be great for our national security. And that's number one. Number two is the Panama Canal cannot be treating American worse than other countries. So we'll see what he ends up doing. But look, I'm appreciative that Trump is out there trying to make America great again.
Okay. Mr. Senator, I've got a little news item here. The bodies of 2 hostages were just discovered in an underground tunnel in Gaza. The discovery comes hours after Trump warned all hell will break out if the hostages are not released before he takes office. At least the moment Trump is inaugurated on January the 20th.
God, I hope so. I mean, you look at how many families from Israel and America have lost their loved ones. I think we have 7 American hostages. President Biden doesn't give a damn about them. He doesn't even talk about them. President Trump is going to do everything he can to bring them home. I hope they're all alive. I appreciate what Netanyahu's tried to do to bring hostages home. He's got a tough job over there, and I'm glad we now going to have a president that's going to support Israel. In contrast to what Biden's been doing.
Are you, shall we say, angry at President Biden deliberately delaying implementation of so many of Trump's policies?
I don't get it. It didn't make sense to me that if you look at opening the border, not supporting Israel, you just go on and on, killing the American oil industry. You just look at these things and you say, who is this guy? Why would he be doing these things? So I don't think January 20th can come fast enough, and we can start acting like let's put America first. Let's create security here. Let's create prosperity again. So I'm excited about President Trump's second term.
Senator Rick Scott, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Always a pleasure. Come back soon. Thanks, sir.
Bye, Stuart.
Today, the U.S. Virgin Islands are one of 5 U.S. territories, including the largest and most populous of Puerto Rico. Those born in U.S. territories are U.S. citizens, but they only get token representation in Congress as can only vote in presidential election if they move to the U.S. state. Strategic assessed. CNN Laura Peterson writes that there are plenty of reasons for the US to be interested in Greenland, including its wealth of minerals. At a time when China dominates global rare earth production, Trump talked during his first term about acquiring it, even though Denmark showed no interest in selling how much like now. Gray said there are clear reasons for the US to be interested in acquiring Greenland, which is why Trump comments about it deserves special attention. It would distinguish between desire to purchase Greenland on the one hand and then his comments about Canada being 51st state and when Kratzy should be in the next governor of Canada and things like, which are very clearly designed just to put a thumb in Justin Trudeau's eye, said Gray, referring to the Canadian Prime Minister who announced this week that he will step down. Trump comment about Panama Canal also seems more political to Gray since they are geared at complaining about China growing influence, a key issue to many of Trump followers. Charter and Panama Canal legacy is an issue that is important to Trump. which was clear from the way to wove Jimmy Carter into his comment about the Panama Canal. In his comments and reports, Trump noted that Charter signed a treaty returning the Canal Zone to Panama after 75 years of U.S. rule. Charter coincidentally died last month and was transported Tuesday to Washington, D.C., where